Hello, I'm Menon. I am the author of Echoes of the Heartland, a novel, and 2 short story collections, Whispers at Twilight and The Masterpiece. I live in Mumbai with my family. A writer has the freedom to explore emotions, motives, situations. She can sit in one place with a notepad or a laptop and conjure up these amazing worlds and transport her readers. That I feel is the most amazing part of being a writer. So I have a dedicated desk and chair, and I've decorated this. It's a very small space, but I've decorated it with a few Kimi dolls and a few family portraits and all that. And to write my poems, I curl myself up into an armchair, and there is a window nearby, so when I look out, I can see birds, trees. But usually when I'm in the mood to write, I can sit anywhere and write. So there was no exact moment. From the time I've been in school, I've been dabbling a little bit, writing poems, writing skits for school plays and all that, taking part in short story competitions. But it was in 2004 that my uncle made me a member of a UK-based writers website, ukauthors.com, and so I started posting poems and short stories, and they were well received. So I think that was probably the beginning. But I always knew that I wanted to write a novel or two, so that was there. A good story will engage and entertain the readers. There must be a good permutation and combination of intrigue, suspense, romance, thrill, drama, etc., etc. I have a basic plot. I hope to start writing it soon, so I'm just putting my thoughts together. The protagonist is going to be a 20-something lady, and unlike Mohini from Echoes of the Heartland, she is looking for something, but it's not love. I'm waiting to see where she takes me. I am a storyteller by nature. In long fiction, I prefer drama with a little bit of romance thrown in, whereas while writing short stories, I prefer sometimes humor, horror, and romance. Many of my short stories have been inspired by real life incidents that happened in my life and those of my friends and family. One story which I wrote was about my brother's experience sitting next to a nervous first time passenger on an airplane. So I like a good story, so it's always very inspiring. When I am not inspired enough and I don't feel like writing, sometimes I take a little bit of a break, but not for too long. Often I force myself to write, and it may sound like nonsense, but then something comes out of that. I keep writing, and then whatever I'm writing starts to take shape. I had gone into this phase where all my stories were turning dark and gloomy, and my sister-in-law said that she was missing my funny stories. So I tried, and I was able to write a couple of them. So that is when I realized that a lot of times our limitations are self-imposed and we can break free of them. Time constraint is my biggest issue, but I also write best when I'm challenged for time. Self-doubt used to be a problem, but it isn't anymore. I'm easily distracted and I'm a procrastinator. I must have been around 8 or 9 years of age. There are two books that I remember. One is called The Lost Cow, written by Christine Bullen Thompson. It's about a cow that's lost and how 3 children find the cow and try to return it to the owner. The other book is the classic Elves and the Shoemaker from the Ladybird series. There were beautiful and captivating images in both these books, and that was also very exciting. My short story Insomnia received mixed reviews. It was the story about a lady talking to her best friend and then losing her to suicide within a few hours. So I was a little confused because I thought it was a good story. So my uncle, who's also an author, C.R. Krishnan, stepped in and told me that he liked the story. So he told me that not everybody is going to like what you write. You have to draw a line and decide that this is what you want to write, but this is not what you want to write. And not let every critique affect you. Bad things happen in life. I like to remind people that there is a larger power at work, and they have to keep faith. I also like to remind people that you have to be nice always. No one is below or above another human being or creature in this world. And men should remember that women are equal. Empathy is a strong point in my case. I'm always intrigued by people, the way they work, how their mind works, and trying to understand that, I'm able to build my characters. As for plot, I always have a story playing around in my head, and it's usually a challenge filling up the blanks, but that happens. A lot of times the story writes itself. Many of the old authors whom we now admire were rejected during their time. They were turned down by publishers, and the fact that they kept writing, that they had the discipline and self-conviction to keep at it even when the world didn't seem to want them. I think those are signs of a successful writer.